Establishing battlefield control. Stand by.
Hey people, 5 Aces here. Welcome to the bronze match of the Shatter Paradise Opens, the 4th iteration hosted by myself, Zedix Ganon and Chakodorp. Now before we get into the thick of things, let us explain a couple things. This was supposed to be played live on stream, however, the players did not have time during their regular streaming hours. This is the bronze match series consisting of a best of 5. So it was played off stream and the replays then got sent to me, so I have no idea as to about the quality of these games, as to what the results are. So it's basically for all intents and purposes a new best of 5 series cast, which is awesome because the finals have been played already and the finals have already been processed into a fine little video and are waiting to be uploaded right after this series. So that's going to be some nice little extra content for you guys and girls out there. The finals have been an amazing series, just can't stress it highly enough. And yeah, this is the bronze match between not only a bronze match best of 5 series, but also a hard faction locked one, because both players just decided to stick with their guns and claws respectively. So spawning in the southwest, wielding the claws of the Skrin, it is gonna be Mr. Upps, and he's gonna stick with Skrin for 5 games. Hell yeah. He is gonna be playing Razor Shark, the faction. Also with Patrick the Patrick from SpongeBob as a mobile construction vehicle. And he's gonna be facing off against the hyper-mobile faction of the game, Not in the Name of Cain. He is one of the Marked of Cain, Mr. StolenTech, who I believe also made it to the bronze finals last time around, so definitely up there when it comes to Shatter Paradise. Let me tell you, it's been a great tourney. There have been some hiccups here and there, but nothing compared to last time, and it's just generally been a really pleasant experience. Thank you to Mr. Sean Connery, now back to you. 5 Aces. Okay, so immediate move out, the Noddy MCV. Choo Choo goes the Pain Train. StolenTech relocating, understandable. This is a map where you can play very, very safe early on. There is only one real attack vector because the other one is being covered by like this choke. And this you can easily wall off. Ooh, NG Buggy. Is that gonna be used for some cheese? Are we gonna be seeing some cheese, or is it just... No, he's just playing it better safe than sorry, which is good because there's a Razor Shark of Oops already parking there. Parking in the handicapped spot, and thus is gonna be deterred by 2 buggies. And the Forge Rush out for Oops as well. So we're seeing a relatively macro-centric opener with not too much aggression, which is not the standard for this this matchup. Not likes to play aggressively. Skrin likes to spam 200 Razor Sharks across the map at all stages of the game, so there's that. Yeah, Razor Shark against Buggy. Who will win? Alright, for some fine-tuning... Ooh. Okay, that's just a second landing zone. I was thinking about a tech rush, but no. And that is an anti-infantry buggy. I think he was just trying to shave off some Razor Sharks here and there. He's not gonna find much. And we're seeing our first Ichor Walker out. Like, it's so hard for me not to pronounce it Ichor Walker, because in my world, I would have pronounced it Ichor, but apparently even native speakers have told me it's Ichor. So, rip. I'm usually good with pronunciations, but yeah. Ichor Walker. Let's stick with that for now. Yeah, energy wall being deployed. Looks really funny. Like, it looks cool, but it doesn't really fit Skrin. It looks like... But it wasn't Tabir in Kane's Wrath as well, I know, but it just doesn't look Skrin-like. It just looks like some dudes. Some dudes put that up. Some bulky, muscly Space Marine dudes. Hover tanks are out now. I'd wager this is a pretty good hover tank map if you can go for the long flank. Because if your opponent has concentrated all the defenses here and here, you can go for a super easy flank, and those are shorelines. You can land on those easily, just go for a Harvester raid, and then move on. So, definitely a good map for factions with hover units. So, aka GDI and Skrin. Does anyone else have a hover unit? Yeah, well, the hover demo truck. The mutants, but that doesn't count, come on. So, big nope. The energy barrier, definitely keeping those guys at bay here. Up to 3 buggies, it's a relatively low count. Just anti-infantry buggies, screening the perimeter. And a super early Harvester Eco Slide as well. StolenTech, ooh, 6 Harvesters, going big macro this time around. Tick tanks. I really enjoy this combination because Tick Tanks, they are so flimsy if you don't deploy them right. You need to play your hand absolutely right. As soon as you take damage, you need to deploy because like the turn animation is also horrendous. Turn speed is garbage. So what you want to do is as soon as you take damage, deploy. That gives him concrete armor, gives him enough time to soak up some damage. And then let the infantry swoop in and then maybe undeploy. Yeah, because... Yeah, there we go. The hovers are not going to be able to engage into this at all. Nice micro. Woo. Yeah, again. He's doing it perfectly. I really enjoy this playstyle because they now act basically as a wall. This is a gate made by Nod. Good old Tick Tank gate. You shall not pass! Unless you answer us this riddle. Okay. So we're up to... Ah, yeah, this is a gate, by the way. Energy gate is really cool. Like the visuals, because it phases in and out of existence, and you can't even see it right now. Yeah. Good hustle. The hovers are warding off the buggies quite a bit. Ooh, this is a bad call. All the legionnaires are up front. Ooh, this is gonna cost Upps a lot of assets right there. Not the best. Now I guess the Tick Tanks want to find a spot to deploy in. I think he can win this engagement. Yep, if he deploys now. Only one Tick Tank remaining. And with concentrated firepower, even that is going down. Well, the Razor Sharks have found the connection onto some of the Crusaders. So how the tables have turned right there. Just not enough militants. Yeah, as soon as the Razors start swooping in, you scatter move or you die. And even if, like, sometimes you just don't have a chance against those overwhelming numbers. Well, so in this game I would say the odds are stacked against Upps. Harpies are coming out as well. Because there is just such an established forward position without even an extra base. It's just, the eco is pretty much, on paper it's the same, but Stolen has harvested so much more already, plus he's got the Harpy pressure out. It's gonna be able to find some connections there. Gonna be able to find some snipes. And one of the problems that comes inherent to the inherent to Skrin is that their base infantry, like the Razor Sharks, are really mobile, but they're melee at the end of the day. So if the blobs start getting bigger, the bigger the blobs are, the harder it gets. Oh wow! This Tick Tank woefully out of position. The other one dies as well. There's 3 more to back it up. But again, Crusaders in the front lines. It's not how you want to play it. But really nice control group dancing. We're seeing the first Plague Troopers out. Alright. This is something that has been established as a very strong. Plague Troopers have crazy health. For infantry anyway. Yeah, Screen Host Station is deploying elsewhere. Just trying to find a spot elsewhere. And Plague Troopers do essentially true damage. Okay, Storm Riders out. If the Harpies are unaware, he can snipe the Harpies. Storm Riders can keep going. They are the gift that keeps on giving. But a really strong push right now, and I doubt Upps has enough forces to defend. He just needs to make the Plague Trooper damage over time tick. Oh no! Harpies have Crazy Burst. Yeah, they're gonna be able to deploy to kill the host station easily. Poof goes the host station, and any chances at an expansion in a timely manner are definitely shattered. Just as all the paradises in this game. No low power just yet. Well, at least there was an expansion MCV, so Upps still has a backup. But really, I doubt he's gonna be able to stop the Harpies. He just doesn't have any anti-air in the right positions right now, and he can't defend on all 3 fronts. That's one of the difficult aspects of this map. You can easily defend 1 or 2 of your expansions, but defending all 3 is gonna just require so much mobility and so much dancing back and forth that I really see him in a losing position right now in game 1. But as per usual, it's only game 1. Oh wow! The hover tanks are trying to snipe the MCV, which by the way is the only MCV. Wait a sec! StolenTech's infrastructure in the base is garbage. He has nothing there. Ooh! It's gonna be able... Wow, that's so clutch. It's gonna be able to find no snipes on the Harpies. because StolenTech is paying attention. Oh, nice. Prevents any and all harpies from going down. Out comes tier 3. And the Storm Riders can't do anything because the SAM site is already pre-deployed. 2 SAM sites, as a matter of fact. That's the entire air fleet down. This is looking really bad for Upps in game 1. I really think he needs to... the curtain is gonna fall very soon. Wow. What a game 1. What an overture to this series. No Plague Troopers. Well, 2 Plague Troopers. 3. But no critical massive Plague Troopers. No, that's more. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sometimes the models are hard to see when there's such a cluster of units. Harpies? Probably trying to just find another MCV. That's the second expansion they're gonna find, really? Did they see it? No, they didn't see it just yet. Oh, the host station has higher vision when undeployed. That is so interesting, I didn't know. 1 harpy going down. So yeah, this forces you to split up your army. Sure, the harpies are not gonna be able to engage really, but they're diverting the attention of the army. Okay, 2 go down. Not too bad anymore. So 5 harpies left, but if left unchecked, that's still enough to kill anything. And I'm hearing that was probably a Spectre. No, Tox Commando even better. Tox Commando and Spectre. Hell yeah. My favorite unit in the game, next to Lyra. Tox Commando. The sniper we all aspire to be. Really, really good unit. Okay. So the harpies didn't get anything done. Tractor beam has been deployed, so no. No, sir. Oh, let's see. How high is the burst? Those guys, especially... Oh, he's using the radar scan as well. That's really smart. Comes now free with any radar tech, I believe. As any faction, if you have radar tech, you've got access to the radar sweeping scan as well. Which is a really good balance change. I like that. Tox Commando slows down any and all units she hits. And that just means anything fleeing from her is not gonna get very far. Let's see where she connects. The only downside to her is like her model looks like a base soldier. So sometimes it's really hard to find her, even with the skull logo. She looks like the boss version of a regular militant. You know, just the same reskin. Lazy developers, just a reskin with a slightly different logo, like a skull logo. Oh, raiding party, hello! But being warded off by Palicruisers. Okay, I think the Palicruisers can hold this on their own. So he lost a couple harvesters there though, at least 1. And there is now an expansion established for Upps, so maybe. But I think he can't be, he can't stop this blob anymore. And now we're gonna... Oh, that was some friendly fire. Nice hit, sucker. But yeah, Spectres, as soon as they connect onto your buildings, you know you're on the clock. Okay, I think they're now primed for the Conyard. Yeah, 1, 2, 5 Spectre shots kill a Conyard. Pretty much the second tankiest building in the game. Wow. Even the liftoff animation didn't save it. Yikes. All the Crusaders are really low. But does it matter? Does it matter? Does Upps have it in him to push against this? Nah, I don't think so. Would have been really cool, but I'm just not sure. Pallies need to go to the front lines, as do the Black Hand Troopers. Man, that's game 1. Not doing much of anything, are the harpies there? Oh wait, there's only 1 MCV remaining. That's the last MCV for Upps. If that dies, his hopes and dreams at taking game 1 die. He's building Guardians, that is very good against burst damage. Not so much against like the AoE stuff, the AoE blob that is coming out of StolenTech right now. But it's gonna protect against Spectre artilleries as far as I'm aware. They just mitigate 4 instances of any damage that comes their way. Not on themselves though, I believe. Okay, hasn't been seen, hasn't been spotted. Yeah, this host station is toast. Host station? More like toast station. Bring it on. Yeah, Palicruisers, laser troopers, and a Spectre to boot. Wait, this doesn't have anti-air. Ah! If only he undeployed. This wouldn't have had anti-air. This would have been so hilarious. He would have just been able to sail away to safety. Yeah, as it stands, not looking hot anymore. Spectre taking pot shots. Where's the Tux Commando? Is she still in the mix? Doesn't appear to be the case. She must have died somewhere. Little flank is trying to intercept. That's probably his last forces there. Oh! Spectre made its way onto the hill and is now going to be able to shell the entire base from the safety. Yikes. That is nasty. And the last remaining screen forces are being cleaned up on the reach around. This flank didn't work out at all. So I believe we're going to see the first GG here. Blackhand Trooper DPS plus Spectre's just too strong. He's trying with another MCV, but he has no air force and thus no way of getting just stopping the Spectre. That is the perfect position. That's the Spectre you always want to have. Oh, it's just up on the high ground. Shelling the entire enemy base with little to no recourse. At least the refiners are still alive. Yeah. Cleaning up another expansion there. Stealth tanks are now in the mix. This game has been going on for longer than I would had suspected it to go on for, but it's about to come to a closure. Spectre sneaks away. No way. The Spectre is the hero. Hero we all need, but no one deserves. Yikes, StolenTech has nothing in his base. Wait. Stolen? Are you okay? He's got 2 harvesters here. 3 harvesters here. No expansion now. Wait. If he now loses. If he now loses to this little flank here, that would be absolutely hilarious, but I doubt it's gonna happen. No. For all intents and purposes, this army is too big. Even if you don't factor in the clones. He has no way of stopping this. And the militants have finally come out and overwhelmed this army. Yeah. Stealth tank dueling with the plague troopers there. Jeez! And that's the last. Second to last MCV. Wow, he managed to get out one more. It's like whack-a-mole. He's killed 3 MCVs, but there's always one more. Spectre comes back to finish the job. I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you, buddy. He's gonna find the Conyard and there's not gonna be anything. No defenses whatsoever. This Spectre shall live. It shall live to fight another day. That was only game 1. Holy cow, that was a lot to take in right there. Whew. Okay, so that is the 1-0 up for StolenTech. That's gonna be a naughty score. In the name of Cain. And we are gonna be back in game 2 momentarily.
Battle control offline. Establishing battlefield control. Stand by.
Game 2, live from the host station of Doomed City. From top of the host station, the top deck here, it is gonna be Mr. Oops spawning in relentlessly as the screen again, as the alien invaders. Team AI, I guess. And he's gonna be meeting and clashing heads with StolenTech, holding up the banner of the Brotherhood of Nod, which has been around presumably for around a couple thousand years. By the way, there's a pretty cool thing that Westwood did there with a biblical reference. For those of you who don't know, that Brotherhood of Nod is a thing in the Bible. So, yeah, that's been around for a while, according to lore. And Cain obviously being like the guy who betrayed his brother. So yeah, that is super interesting. But we're gonna focus our attention on the game right now. Doomed City is always one where the middle is highly contested. It is very obvious if you go there because the roadblocks, it's really cool. It's like StarCraft. You need to break the barriers and that in turn gives away your movements. But having access to blue tip is so big. And most of the other expansions don't yield all that much. Like the blue tip here is going to expire, same here on the hills. Same here for the backline blue tip. So the question remains, do you even deploy a refinery there? Because if you do so, you need to queue up another one right after that, as soon as that is expired. This is a map where I would definitely favor Scrin, simply due to the nature of it being a bit claustrophobic and having not that much space to maneuver around, and that usually favors the air factions. And Skrin are, well, who if not Skrin are the air faction in Shattered Paradise? Just a combination of Storm Riders, Assault Carriers, Destroyers. They can even do like air siege, like aerial siege with the Destroyers. That is one of my favorite things to do about Skrin is rushing out Destroyers and just blowing holes into the enemy blob with superior intel. Alright, Forge out, so that appears to be, like Ganon has told me that the meta has shifted quite a bit in Shattered Paradise, and used to be the case that in previous tournaments everyone and their mother would go double rev. We're not seeing that anymore. We're seeing more and more War Factory first builds. Not really War Factory Rush, but you know what I mean. Iker Walker not having a field day. And his tag team partner here is gonna tag in. Yeah. Give me that juicy essence. You can see the essence from killing just a militant just heals you by quite a bit. But I don't think it scales. I think it doesn't matter which unit you kill, you're always gonna get the same like the same energy ball. And as far as I'm aware, I'm not sure how it exactly works, but I think it heals you by percentage. So it's more valuable if it goes onto more expensive units. But maybe someone who is more seasoned in that can elaborate. Oh, those are anti-vehicle buggies. Nice, 3 of them. But he's given them away now, so that means he can't really do much with them. There's gonna be Legionnaires out. He's not gonna be able to snipe a Harvester if Oops plays his cards right. Yeah, first Legionnaire is here. Pop. And that is gonna... unless he doesn't move. Okay, no. Yeah, kiting back the Wounded Harvester as well. So no chance of a Harvester snipe. So at the end of the day, those 3 didn't do really all that much. Hover Tank is out as well. Hover Tank shouldn't go out on the field now because it can get kited easily. Oh, Raider Rush. That's what I like. So that can mean one of 2 things. Skrin are the only faction who have their MCV tied to a radar. So it might be, or not to the radar to be precise, but to the airfield that comes with the radar. So it might either be a super quick expansion, or it might be Destroyer play. Or it might be both. Expansion into Destroyer play, which is something I highly enjoy. That is kind of the biggest distinguishing factor. Like, all the factions play differently, yes, but the tech paths are kind of comparable, so it's super interesting to have one faction completely diverge from this. And yeah, Skrin don't need the service depot ever. The only thing they need the service depot for are support units. Guardians require a service depot, as do... I don't remember the other one. But it definitely gives you mostly support units. Okay, Radar Tech is out for Stolen as well. Haha. So we're gonna find ourselves in the middle of a tech rush mirror. It is gonna be the flying pizza of doom though, isn't it? Yeah, host station. So it's gonna be an MCV rush. Let's see if he follows it up with a couple Storm Riders, or maybe... Could go either way. As it should be fairly even, if we look at them. Whoa! Oops is ahead by 5k. Was that just because he built yeah, that might have been because Stolen built so many Raider buggies early on. Like, he rushed out 3 buggies with 3 Crusaders. That doesn't come cheap. That costs you a premium. And now the Skrin host station is out. Does he have a defense lined up? Production tab. There's a SAM site already for StolenTech. He knows what he's facing off against. I think he has spotted the radar. Yeah, he has spotted the radar. So he's probably afraid of a Destroyer rush anyway. Which in turn leaves me wondering, why did he deploy his construction yard so far forward? That's a question for another day. As we're about to... Okay, left-hand side is gonna be what he's going for. Right-hand side though, 6 hovers. 6 hovers, couple plagues, 1 lonesome Razor Shark. Come on, he needs his buddy. You know the song, Razor Shark, do 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 do. And it also has a Razor Dad and a Razor Mom. Come on, this is just a lonesome Sharky boy. Without a leash, no less. Yeah, so this is gonna, like, this mobility. If the Destroyers are gonna start coming, yes, that's Destroyers. They can snipe over the ridges. This is just what Destroyers were made for. Ah, he's scanning the blue tip, very good. So yeah, I definitely would give this game right now to Oops, or a slight edge to Oops at least. Game 2, he is seeming to be punching back. Service Depot tech obviously out due to the nature of the expansion. So double tech, that's also quite expensive. Oh ho ho! First destroyer shot lands. Does some structural damage there. Left hand side. The Razor Shark gave it away. But there's gonna be a push on the way. Plague Troopers' frontliners gonna be able to do a lot of true damage to everything here. I think he's gonna be able to break this expansion. Yeah. With the yes, definitely. With the inclusion of the hover tank DPS, it's more than enough. Ooh, the Raider bug has played it really well though. Sniping the destroyer over the ridge. That should be a dead MCV. If he follows up, yeah, connects here. Perfect. Now all he needs to do is just fight. Keep on fighting. Keep on bleeding assets from Upps. Keep on bleeding assets from StolenTech. Oh my goodness, they did not connect at all. The Tick Tanks not doing anything worth their while there. They did not pull their weight. In turn, StolenTech is going for the host station as well. But thus far, he hasn't managed to find the kill. Oh yeah, that's a confirmed kill. Ah, gonna land though. Patrick the Pizza. A little pizza screen. It's a very nice connection. He managed to get a shield generator out. That's super annoying. You can't fight around shield generators, period. And the army shaving off a couple more units here and there. Yeah, it's starting to matter. However, StolenTech has retained, crucially, he has retained his refinery. Oh! The harbors have managed to find their way into the service, into the tech. Ooh, is he gonna kill the service depot? What's the combat stat looking like? Fairly even. Oh my goodness, that's a discrepancy and a half. 15k up is Upps right now. 6 harvesters over 5? That's not explained by 1 harvester. There must have been a big macro slip up by StolenTech as well. Anti-vehicle buggies still keeping away the destroyers, but yeah, he's played it so well with those buggies. Just warding off destroyers time and again. Wait, tier 3 rush? We're seeing laser troopers again, or black hand troopers as they were called. Okay. That is putting all your eggs in one basket. And crucially, something I have missed, apologies, but the refinery got sniped. So the destroyers did actually do something there. So all that's left here is a forward rally point. Warded by a SAM site. That's not the worst thing to have, but it's also not that great either. Because really he doesn't have any more econ. I think StolenTech is going to be strangled out of this game at that point. He doesn't have anything left, he doesn't have any expansions left. No MCV either. Yeah, I think if he waits for 1 or 2 more minutes, Upps is just gonna flood the map. Maybe those 2 tanks can turn the tide? I don't know. Always really hard. Ha! Okay. He's trying to go for the army anyway. I don't think it was a smart move revealing that. It would have been better served in the backlines just sniping harvesters and being annoying. Because you can't really contest this army right now. Just no dice. Doesn't matter how many black hand troopers you have and how many holograms you spawn. Yeah. But damn, this series, those players fighting tooth and nail. No one giving up early. That's basically... Oh, he's relegated to long distance mining. StolenTech's eco in shambles. Tox Commando! Can't you do anything? Oh no! So many laser troopers dying. All I want is a freaking sniper with a freaking laser. Yeah. Upps has this in the bag for all intents and purposes. It's really nice though, the backline raid. He's gonna find a couple harvesters. Yep. Down goes 1. Zap. Doesn't find the kill on the other one. Barely not. Barely not enough. And there is, what are they called? Essence collectors. Those are so cool. The idea behind them is they barely do any damage. What they instead do is, as soon as they zap enemy units, they extract essence from them and give you those essence balls. And that in turn heals your army. So it's kind of a sustained support unit. Oh, they are the other unit that requires service depot tech, I think. Destroyers have the perfect position, and there is no more anti-vehicle buggies left. I think that's the last stand for StolenTech here. Most of those tick tanks are fake, as is half the army. Yeah. Holograms are gonna expire in just a second. he is being pincer maneuvered. It's not looking good for Stolen. The last remnants of the army are gonna be cleaned up, and the destroyers definitely turn the tide. Yeah, I called it right. On this map here, this is definitely a screen map. Destroyers, even if your opponent has an air force, which Stolen never went for, destroyers plus storm riders over the ridges are really hard to deal with. Ah, and the assault carrier was out as well. One of my favorite units. Anyway, that's it for game 2. So let's see. Yeah, I think we're gonna have time for a game 3 before we split up the cast. So see you in game 3.
Establishing battlefield control. Stand by.
And in game 3, we're gonna find ourselves in the middle of a thunderstorm, radioactive Tiberium spiked thunderstorm. Those are the perfect conditions to thrive and live in. And yeah, correspondingly, we're gonna find ourselves in the red zone. What a fitting move here. This is Tournament Dust Bowl, and it's a clusterfuck of a map. It's got like everything is worn down, everything is abandoned. This just looks so cool. I love the visuals. So bear with me, the thunderstorm effect is gonna be a bit obnoxious at times, but hey, what can we do? Spawning as the yellow screen in the south, it is gonna be Mr. Oops putting up his energy walls and basically increasing his carbon footprint right there. And on the top side, the northern end of the map, it is gonna be defending the last remnants of humanity, Mr. StolenTech, with very sinister intent in the name of K. So this time this looks to me like a more traditional. No, you know, stopping building infantry units after like 3 militants, that is not a traditional build. That screams War Factory Rush to me again. Wait, StolenTech has nothing on a queue. What? Ah, that was just a macro slip up, I think, on his part. Rip, and also rip my eardrums, because this thunderstorm is moderately loud. Okay, so Oops is trying to go for a power plant snipe. Oh, oh, also, I forgot to mention, the victor of this will be able to take home, I think, around $40. What are those gates? What are those angles? This looks like an Asherian stairway. Okay, that is definitely forces overwhelming. The Razor Sharks are gonna have a field day. Yikes. Nom 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 nom. Razor Shark. Oh, and he found his way into into the power plant as well. How annoying is that? He's gonna be able to camp the barracks. And the refinery is offline. Oh no. What a bad timing. Which, by the way, base defenses don't work as long as you're low power in Shatter Paradise. Out comes 1 Raider buggy. Is that gonna be enough? Razor Shark. The saga continues. Ah, killing some more militants. Yeah, there you go. Okay, I think he's done his job. Razor Sharks can book it. Man, that's gonna have to sting. StolenTech, I think, is gonna be set behind quite a bit. Also, he isn't producing. His marker this game, I don't know. He was probably a bit feeling the tension and the pressure. So, Oops, just chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, and all just taking up, scaling up. So it's looking really good for him in this game, let's put it that way. Combat tab, it's gonna favor Stolen a bit, but the economy tab, 2 harvesters over 1. 1k assets ahead at minute 3 is already a big deal. And apparently, StolenTech knows about this and wants to apply some counter pressure. As we're seeing him start out with 3 Raider buggies. Nothing in them though. Okay. I don't know, man. What is the idea here? What is coming out of the forge right now? It is gonna be a harvester. StolenTech is going double War Factory. Okay. Gentlemen, you had my attention, but now you have my curiosity. Wait, it's the other way around. Damn it. Welcome to the part of the cast where I butcher classic movie quotes, right? Seen so many of them that like remembering quotes verbatim is sometimes hard when you know a million movies. All right, Enchi getting into the Tiberium. Well, that's gonna be a double Derrick advantage now for Stolen and double War Factory. What is this even? But Oops is gonna have really stellar eco to back this. 5 harvesters, yeah. Yeah, also he opted out of producing more infantry, just felt safe enough to do this. So I'm expecting, honestly, a radar rush. No, just another landing zone. He's going mass. He's going basically bulk infantry. Legionnaires, yeah, they're good here. They're never gonna be outclassed by radar buggies, empty radar buggies that is. But still, with those double derricks, he's gonna leave StolenTech and Avenue back into the game off the back of this really crazy early game. So let's see where this goes. Oh, I've learned this the hard way. Blue fuel tip barrels don't mess around in this game. They destroy everything like in blast radius approximately, I'd say, this big. If your units are anywhere in the vicinity of those things blowing up, yeah, you're gonna have a bad day. Had a really funny moment on stream where I captured one of those Shatterer turrets, which are neutral ground defenses, and they have like an AoE cone in which they attack enemy infantry or enemy units. And then an enemy drove straight past just to scout. He didn't even know about my turret, and it triggered the shockwave blast. The shockwave blast killed my own blue fuel tip barrel, and I blew up my entire army to Kingdom Come at like minute 5. That was a very golden moment. Go watch that on Twitch. The clip is up there. Little power down, and the expansion has been sniffed out by a little razor shark. Do they have a sense of smell? Can they actually sniff out things? I have no idea. How the sensory organs of the Skrin work. I guess they can smell Tiberium. Okay, he's going hard on the mass. Right, that is a modest amount of radar buggies. Oh, double war factory. Seems to be the build those days, the hip builds that the kids go with right now. Just, what is that? That's a pizza. Okay, Upps is going Pizza Hut style, is going for a third expansion. It's honestly a bit greedy. He was ahead, but he left him so much time to come back into the game, so I don't know if the expansion is the right call here. I would rather go for Storm Riders. And, yeah, Storm Raiders more like, and just try and snipe some harvesters here and there, try and snipe some AV buggies. Oh no! Raider buggies running into a well-fortified position. And as you can see, if they don't have any passengers, they don't do all that well. They really need lots of mass to shine. And they need passengers is the more important part of it. Yeah, they failed to kill the hover tank thus far. And if there is now a service depot, we can even repair that. Hover tanks are very expensive, obviously, but... Yeah. And Militant's just going for a run-by. I don't know what the idea here was. Probably just trying to find the Legionnaires. You know, that's cost-efficient. I changed my mind. Militants are so dirt cheap that if they even kill 2 of those... what are they called? Legionnaires? 2 Legionnaires, that's a fine trade. But there is more than enough Legionnaires left alive. So this is never gonna come into play. Ooh, StolenTech trading so poorly right there. Huh. We are gonna take a look at the econ tab. Even. But my goodness, the income spike. 8k credits this minute? Really? What's the idea behind this? How is he getting so much income? I mean, he's got 2 tip wells and only 1 harvester up. How is it like 2.5 times the income? He is triple the income there, basically. Out comes the Raider. Oh, is this maybe a Flamer drop? Mars Raider buggy Flamer drop. That would be sexy, or Templars as they call in this game. How many control groups must he have right there? 1 control group here, the big control group, the backup control group in the base. Oh yes. But he can play it so safe because Upps just showed no sign of aggression after this little early game skirmish. I think he might have allowed him a way back into the game. This is gonna be a big eco raid. Yeah, this is gonna mean a lot of dead harvesters. 1, 2, let's make it 2. Yep, there we go. And now he can fight the army. Ooh, that's gonna be a lot of harvester. They're getting overwhelmed. Okay, oh, he's pulling him apart, that's so good. StolenTech, is he really gonna come back after this? No way. The Raider going down. Raider ironically being raided. Oh no. he has pulled the classic good old 1-2 punch. And Upps completely fell for it. He was so ahead in the early game. He completely blew this game. This is something else. Tick Tank transition now coming out as well. Patrick, the Starfish, goes down. The entire expansion line is done here. Honestly, going for an extra host station was not the right call. He needed to position himself more aggressively. He had an edge. And he just gave Stolen the time to macro up. That was a very, very weird decision in the mid game. Yeah, that's gonna be GG. So, that is as soon as the game finishes and the GG is being called. The GG card is being pulled out in just a second, I believe. Because realistically, this can't continue for much longer. This is unsustainable. Yeah, GG is being called right there, and that is gonna leave us with a 2-1 up here for StolenTech. So there's gonna be 1 or 2 matches left. I'm not gonna spoil which of the 2. And also, see you next week, because right now we've already exceeded the regular video length, like 40 minutes. And I like splitting up those big best of 5 series into 2 parts, because it's just more exciting, cooler to watch. And that's the way I like watching my RTS casts, and I hope you guys enjoy that as well. So yeah, thank you for watching. This is gonna be part 1. Part 2 is gonna be uploaded next week, and I'm hyped, because Skrin and Nod are underplayed factions in this tournament. I think we've seen only 2 Skrins this tournament, one of them being Upps. And he did really well for himself. And Bike Owns unfortunately couldn't make it, because he was another Skrin main in this game, but he didn't have the time. So yeah, really enjoyable, and the fight for the around 40 bucks continues. See you next week, stay tuned, no wait, see you in a couple days, because that's not a regular cast. See you in a couple days, stay tuned, stay hyped, and also stay hyped for the finals, because those were grand and being broadcasted live on Twitch. I'll see you next time, 5 Aces, out.
Battle control offline.